know, I know.
Sort of started to set in with some of these guys about this time. Talk about having them fight through that.
Yeah. What we counted up 28 players that can't practice today. It's ridiculous. We've had 8 players that have gotten hurt so far this spring that weren't hurt going into the spring. So rehab, training is a real important part of us getting better and having a more successful program in football season next year.
What do you attribute to? Do you think, every year it seems like it's more and more
We've
intense?
analyzed it. It's a lot of different things, and we're trying to make those adjustments. Our practices are shorter. We're not hitting as much. We're doing a different exercise routine in the weight room to help our shoulders. We're staying off the stadium field, which is very hard. For one more year we have the stadium field, but so we're trying to get as much use up here on the grass as possible, and less hitting in the game in practices. But it's a physical game, not playing tennis.
Can you still have a productive spring and like we talked about being football smart?
Yes, and we talked about that yesterday. I was griping about what was going on on the field to the coaches, and they said, "Yeah, but coach, we're doing that for a reason, right?" I said, "That's right, so we don't get anybody hurt."
And specifically, we were talking to Trevor. He said you held him out on Saturday.
Just for that very reason, I held Trevor Benetton out of Saturday's scrimmage, just so someone doesn't step on his foot.
So you have the stadium?
So you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can. You can always learn. You can always get better. You have to continually keep evaluating yourself. I spoke at the Hilton Garden Inns yesterday, at the Hilton Garden Inn in El Paso. They were the #1 Hilton in America. They won that honor, and I was just saying how things don't stay the same. You either get worse or get better. Nothing stays the same, and kind of put in a challenge to them to do it again next year too.
You said you have the stadium for one more year?
The turf in the stadium for one more year. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Are you guys going to replace it with grass or?
No, it'll be a field turf of some kind. A synthetic rubberized sand field turf.
Similar to that.
Yes.
So like a better on the body.
Yeah, it's just old, and the sun, and we use it for more than just football, so that's wear and tear on it. And then the sun is hard on artificial turf in this area.
Coach Price, I'm sorry, I was out last week, so I hope I'm not bringing up something you already talked about. But I was on a message board and it said 2 players were suspended. Was that last week? Is that old news or is that something that just happened?
Yeah, they're back today.
Who were they and what
That was
happened?
Corey Trisby and Darren Moore. Just
1 week
real bad,
suspension, but they're
1 week suspension, and they're back.
so at least 2 more healthy bodies.
Those suspensions add up, So you don't want many of those.
Is that what also brings it up?
Yeah, and that's what winter was in. Winter was supposed to do that. Winter conditioning was supposed to do that. Winter weightlifting, rehab, going to class. We check classes. And they're young people, and they make young mistakes. And they're sorry for it, but we're going to move on.
Did you announce what their suspension is for?
No.
And that's not something you're going to. Okay. All right, that's all. How are the guys looking? I guess that's 2 more questions real quick. The healthy guys that you do have.
Okay. Our offense is a little bit ahead of the defense right now. We're still trying to find out who our center is going to be, and that's a good competitive situation between Tanner Cullenberg and Eloy Atkins.
Thank you, Coach Price.
Thanks, sir.